Attention, all curious minds, innovators, and trendsetters. It's time to pause, lean in, and get ready for an extraordinary journey as we dive deep into the fascinating realms of life, technology, entertainment, and business. Let's explore, learn, and grow together. Brace yourselves, for the next thrilling episodes of Hipther Talks is about to take off. Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
Exist from the investment point of view. So it's starting, and even there are a lot of investment funds that are coming to the world. There is not still the rules of it. It's a kind of when some markets open the gambling, but there is no regulation of it. That's the same thing inside the investment side. So we are starting investing with other funds, we're starting exploring, and with together with the projects, we are creating the rules of this. That's why on some conferences more and more come the people from the investment side, they open, because everything was inside this. Everyone was investing, but only it wasn't like the whole market, because it was a very private space. But from 2023 probably, the people started making more public, more bigger, to create the rules, because I think this is the only way to do it. Alright, so by the way, this session is recorded and will be played as a podcast in the coming weeks on Hipther Talks. So our audience online, thank you for joining us. So let's start by you sharing a bit about Xanada Investment and of course the specific focus you've chosen on the iGaming industry. I think the only way to choose the industry is to choose your main expertise. I have several partners which are experts as well in the iGaming industry, and you can't invest in something which you're not understanding, especially in our case when we're not coming as money on it, we're coming as strategic help. Because I still don't trust that the money makes sense without the strategic support from the investors. This is the main core of my fund, except some funds which are like an angel funds with a small amount of money. So that's why it's mostly iGaming. And again, the main idea of Xanada Investment, again, because I came from a huge ecosystem, and I know how each element, the ecosystem, can support other elements, and it's at the end of the day, all the core elements can grow the core of it. The same idea with the fund, but because before we were controlling all the elements, now we want to create the same, but when the main control of each element is on the founder's hands. Our goal as the fund is just to merge them together and to give them something to grow faster. Alright, so most of you probably know that investment in iGaming is similar to the payments providers and banks accepting iGaming companies, because it's considered as a high-risk industry. So what are some of the common myths and misconceptions that investors have about the industry? Because some of them might not want to approach the gambling industry, but some of them do. But the ones that don't, what are their misconceptions? You know, it's kind of, if we compare the usual investment, there are two types of funds. One which invest in an early stage, and they're taking the higher risks, they're expecting the higher rewards. Usually they can receive like X10, X15, X50 on their investment multiplicator. And another fund, which are usually invested in like BCD rounds, which are invested a huge amount, but they're taking lower multiplicators like 0.5, like I don't know, probably 1.2, very, very small one on the growth on their investment. And that's the case, like higher risks, higher reward. The same in iGaming. Everyone who is from the niche, you know that the
once it can fly, and once it will drop down the whole investment. We understand this. In our strategy as a usual investor, we're expecting at least like 3 projects from 10 to be very, very successful, because at the end of the day, mathematically, they will cover all the risks and levels. Of course, as a optimistic guys, we expect like at least 7 projects from 10 to be succeeded. But we are ready if only 3 of them will be succeeded, because from a mathematical point of view, anyway, this high risk will give us huge high reward, and it will cover all other risks.
Alright, so this is what I also wanted to touch base upon, the missed opportunities, because now everybody's jumping on the AI bandwagon, you know, like, sell me this pen. You only need to say that this pen is powered by AI and you can sell that pen. But what are the most missed opportunities when it comes to iGaming startups, and how can entrepreneurs better position themselves in these opportunities and attract more investors, or let's say have better ideas?
I remember the 2018 when blockchain was becoming pretty popular.
Exactly, yes.
I think 90% of startups they added blockchain inside their projects, and only 5 of them can answer the question, why did you implement this? What is exactly solving? What the issue? The same I'm seeing right now with the AI, I don't know, ML, whatever they're putting now, and also with the AI technologies. I have a feeling that a lot of startups are writing the part of their cover letter with ChatGPT, because and ChatGPT is trolling them because it's given the same messages. Like, we have cutting edge, self-development, high technological AI-based platform. Each of them. But the main case in iGaming, and when somebody especially coming with a platform business or something around this, and every one of you probably connected to gambling, and if you decide to invest in the platform, and there will be one platform with like top technology in the world, but non-understanding of how to sell it to clients, even this white label platform, and the other one which will be like probably so technologically, but the guys know how to sell it and they already have clients. Which one will you invest in? And our work right now is showing the top tier platforms in the world from the technological point of view, and then this is like direct messages from the owners of this platform. They tell them, yes, we are not the best, yes, we have a lot of issues. Yes, the integration will take us like 6-9 months. Yes, probably our support will not answer you like in 10 minutes, probably take 1 hour. But they still have 60-70 clients per year, which are like staying in queue for 9 months. And there are a lot of technology like startups with high technological platforms, and they don't know understand how to solve because they have no payments. Nobody wants to work with it, because in our world, iGaming is not the same with the usual IT world. It's not about technology, first of all. It's first about understanding of the business, connections, network, banks, payments, governments, legal stuff, and a lot of other things, and then probably the technology. Because with the core business, with the core platform, the payments, yes, probably you will have the margin of, I don't know, 20-25% to the end of the day from GGR. And additional cool AI feature will give you like additional 2% or 3%. Yes, it's cool, but you need the core. The core is enough. 25 is enough for the beginning. Then you can add some other things. What startups are trying to do, they are already trying to reach the height without building the foundation. What I mean by, and this lesson I received from Tencent investors when I met him first time, and that's a startup that's proposing very like new technological application for mobile games, and he told me a very, very simple thing. He told me, we prefer to invest in copy of very popular game than in like some new part of the game, because copying the game, at least when we understand that you can cover the 10%, it's easy to cover, because like this game is making 10 million, we'll receive 1 million, 1 million is enough for us. And the new games, high risk on high risk, they said the same in the game. We prefer if you take something very understandable, even just casino, just take the market you understand, take the numbers you understand, take the usual benchmarks for the beginning. modern looking, then we can have a roadmap, some additional things, because we already have proof of concept. This is modern now. And I think with the most part of the business is the same, because even if you're putting the gamification to it, take the core of the business, take the core of understanding, and then create some additional things.
Alright, so guys, you heard it. I secured 2 million euros from Vladimir for that pizza place. Now I have this idea about, I get inspiration from Seinfeld, a coffee table that turns into a coffee table. Would you invest 2 million in that as well?
What's this gambling inside of it?
You can place dice on it and stuff like that.
Say if we place it in Belgium, for example, and create 1 million people around this table, and then everybody will bet, yes, we can discuss this.
Good. So my next question is about what criteria do you use when you evaluate iGaming startups, and of course, when offering a potential investment. And are there any specific qualities or red flags that you watch out for? Maybe, for instance, for me, with the coffee table and pizza thing, I don't know anything about making a pizza or a coffee table, but I asked you for investment.
If you know how to sell them, we can discuss it for sure.
It's powered by AI.
They are already 500,000 today, this just for AI. So see, the main core, we invested in early stage. And what is early stage in the beginning? It's people. And at the end of the day, when you have a team of 1,000 people inside the company, it's still people. So the main core for us, which we're really analyzing very deeply, is your team and the expertise of your team. This is the most important stuff, because, for example, we had a startup, they have five or six founders, and they want to launch a casino with their own platform, and just imagine how I was surprised when nobody from them are from marketing. And it's how are you going to launch a casino site with different markets, and they were covering 3 markets at the same time with a huge investment they were asking. And no one understands anything in the marketing list. No one acquisition, no retention. Sorry, I recognize myself as at least some expert in the industry, but I won't jump inside the casino without marketing anymore. It's just unreal. That's what we're looking at the beginning. Yes, of course, then we analyze what they're going to propose, what their numbers they can reach, and so on. But which is really enjoyable in iGaming, that all the markets already mostly covered. And if you are lucky enough, you can collect the benchmarks in every market in the world. Doesn't matter, it's gray, black, gray, white, whiter than white, and so on. So everything on the data. This industry is based not on innovation. This industry is based on the data, and a lot of analyzing it. And if you can collect the whole benchmarks, you can understand the real return of investment on any product. And this is the most important. So when you're speaking with the team, let's speak even about the casino, the only thing I will ask, not even the PN, I will ask about what is your unit economy? How did you build it? How are you going to buy the traffic? Where are you going to create the traffic? Who's going to send the traffic? How are you going to work the retention? What the average conversion on click to rec to them, and so on. So just show me the unit economy. From your unit economy, I will understand how you really understand the business, and from that point of view, we can really if the team passes this first step of passing the unit economy, it's already half of the success. Otherwise, we need to agree about the validation, we need to agree about other stuff, blah 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 blah. But half of the success will be passed already, because I understand that this team is really expert, they understand what they are doing, and with the good people, you always can create something. Probably the product will be changed. Probably there will be 2 people, 5 people, doesn't matter. But it's already the knowledge, the expertise of these people, and with the smart people, you can build any part of the business and it will be successful.
Right, so there's probably a clear balance between innovation, which comes with risk, and innovation that is solid, coming without risk, right? So how do you guys, probably you are a bigger team or just yourself? Because all you need is Vladimir, that's it.
I wish I have a big team, but when you're hiring in when you come into the fund, there is no even the option to think that you are coming to 1 or 2 years, because for 2 years you will receive nothing. Let's be honest. Our business is based on like 2 years of just spending money, and then probably, if we're lucky, starting from third year, we will start receiving some passes. But honestly, the whole passes will be like after 5 years. 5, 6 years. While funds usually are building like 6+2, even the 8+2 years. Because like this is the core of our business. And when people are coming, it's difficult for them to understand that they need to be like at least 5 years with us, because only after 5 years they will receive the real salary, the real bonus, because before they can't. Right now we have only 3 people. I'm speaking about Warsaw because we have a lot of companies that support us, we have partners companies, like some of the people behind us. But the core team of the fund is me, my assistant, who is doing like most part of the job. Somebody who knows is telling that she's a great captain, not me. And of course we have a legal, because the legal part is the main. Financial I can come and analytical I can come with the team, but legal stuff is the most important, because all the products that you come, they need really strong legal support, and we want to provide it.
Alright, so how do you balance innovation with risk when investing in an iGaming startup? And can you maybe share some examples of some risks that you have taken and then they paid off?
I can't tell such examples because we're only like nine months old. So I think that the risks we already taken, they will be paid off, because we're seeing the traction around the project we invested in. But it's kind of my predictions. I don't think it's kind of analytical stuff.
Alright, so we talked that AI is of course one of the main trends, and like you said, blockchain was in 2018, but at least we have a couple of successful blockchain companies here. I just want to ask you about the role of these technologies, such as blockchain and AI, that are maybe shaping the future of iGaming. So are these areas actively explored by future investments, or are they prioritized besides the other projects or not?
See, I'm not telling that blockchain or AI are bad technologies. I still trust that AI and blockchain are very awesome technologies. Let's imagine Coca-Cola is implementing blockchain inside of it. Walmart is implementing, Prada, a lot of companies are using blockchain, but they know why they're using it. The same about AI. I think the companies that are not working with AI solutions now, they're losing years of expertise, because now it's not so important. In like 3, 4, 5 years, the experts in AI will really be the most valuable people in the companies, because the world is developing and we're looking for this. But these technologies should be useful for the product, not just because you just add AI words in your product. You need to understand what it's exactly doing. For example, if your AI is counting the whole cohorts of the users and then saving the analytical time, I don't know, like hours of this, it's already useful, because human factor is still human factor, and people can't do anything special in population. If the analytical person uses some AI tools inside the product, and it helps to analyze the audience to provide the best promotion for this audience, the best proposition or the bonus offering, it's awesome. It's really great. The main problem is a lot of companies, not even startups, a lot of companies, they're trying to use the technology without understanding what they're trying to solve, what the problem they have, how they're going to solve. This is the issue. But I still think, and especially in usual venture, what we're seeing, AI is rapidly growing, and I invested as a fund in some projects, I invested myself in other industries in some AI technologies, and I think they're showing really good traction and good value.
Right, so you mentioned that there are some companies that have 5, 6 founders and know nothing about marketing, but I'm 100% sure that there are also companies with 6 founders that don't know anything about legal matters, because that's also part of it, because if they start working and then they get hit by a fine, that's it, they go bankrupt. So can you speak about the importance of this compliance and regulatory understanding for the iGaming startups? Probably you already have this to give them as an advice, and how does this this work?
Depends on the regulation, depends on the product, but you're right. We have several investors in US, and when it's US, of course there must be some legal compliance, especially in Poland. Poland is very difficult from the regulation for the market.
We heard it.
Yeah, see, like taxes, nobody still understand how to work with taxes, and there are a lot of examples of such markets. So if the project is coming to very regulated space, I really assume they need to have at least some very cool legal advice with it. Because when we're talking about marketing casino, it must be the part of the founders. When we're speaking about the legalism is not so like daily or day-to-day operations, and legal can be covered by some advices, so we can cover some part of it because it's a bit easier. When we're talking, so the core of the founders still should be like CEO, CBDO/CMO, and some CTO. It's a kind of golden trio. I think it's golden trio for 10 years or more. But when we're talking about the like casino and some kind of US, Poland, Italy, whatever it is for the market, yes, they need to understand the regulation. They need to follow it, and we will really take in very deep detail on what they are doing because we want to be sure we're not even responsible for this as investors, but we want to be sure that our money is secured and the startup will be really doing the right things.
Just like launch, hit by regulation, bang, it's over, yeah. So,
And then the final 50 million.
so let's also look ahead because I like to ask this question on our podcast because it's January, you blink once, it's June, you blink another time, it's September, and you blink the third time, it's already the end of the year. So we are already in October now, it's almost the end of the year, so we can already talk about 2025, 26. So let's look ahead for Xanada Investments. And I want to ask, what is the vision for the future of iGaming in your perspective? And where do you see the biggest opportunities for growth in the next 5 to 10 years?
What's the whole analytics is telling about iGaming growth, that until like 2030, the growth, the CAGR of the industry will be like still from 14 up to 17% in a row, like next 6 years, so more than like 100% in the next 6 years. What does this mean? First of all, more regulated markets. We're seeing Brazil right now, we're seeing Thailand is coming soon, we're seeing OIA is coming soon, which is really amazing, huge markets. These markets are billions. In comparison with most parts of European markets, each of them are much bigger than most parts of European markets together. And I think that the future is in covering all of this stuff. And the next thing is about users are coming with a growing demand from day to day. Yesterday they wanted just usual bonuses 100% to deposit. Tomorrow they want like more adjustment for their like stay. After tomorrow they will want like each bonus on each deposit. So I trust that the product part of the casino, which is working with the acquisition and retention tools, is very important because what we're seeing like in US market is one of the biggest. We're seeing that the acquisition is growing, but LTV is not. And right now the acquisition in US market can be like from $1,500 up to $2,000 per user. Yes, it's okay for huge players in the market, they can lead, but we're seeing a lot of examples when not the smallest guy with a budget of like 100, 200 millions are coming to the market, and then they close the market in like half a year because they understand that the budget has not enough for growing. So what does it mean? If you take the analytical for the last 3 years, you will see that all the markets are just continuing growing acquisition except several. And the only way to work with this is not by the growing acquisition. We need to grow the retention inside the casino because this is the only way for us to ride the stickiness, to ride the length of the session, to ride the retention, and to ride all other aspects of the great support for the casino, VIP support, because at the end of the day, the isn't the instruments inside it, because they will be much more complex, and it's okay. There is a lot of space in the market for new casinos, for new products, for new platforms. I still rather that there is not like tough market where we're like fighting. For now we are like partners in the market, we need to manage it. But all the products need to start thinking about how to implement a lot of features, how to work with the audience inside of it. And as an example, we can see like how sweepstakes in the US are working, not from the model, from the legal model. We're not discussing it. From the product point of view, because the stickiness in sweepstakes is 2-3 years of the audience. Can you show me like other projects where the usual average stickiness of the user is more than 1 year? Usually the LTV is like just 1 year. In sweepstakes, it took 3 years, and it's amazing. So we need to learn from them, from what they have implemented, how they work with the gamification tools inside, how they're working with the audience, how they speak, how they are taking care about like first deposits, and it's really there are a lot of experiments to work with.
So basically, it's the next level, because how many people here have been to ICE before? I saw a lot of people. Have you been there 25 years ago? I haven't. I'm not that old, but I heard it from the old school that in the early 2000s, most of the stands were land-based, slot machines, blah blah blah,
And those sausages. I've heard the legends about the top sausages in the ice.
and the online market, the suppliers were like small stands, and now it's like 80% only digital online gambling, and a small amount of Novomatic always says that they stand with them. But that's it. That's what they do, and now there's a tipping point where we reach with the iGaming, where there's a huge blast, and it's probably fueled by the pandemic, when everybody just turned to online gambling. But yeah, it's the time to do something, because otherwise the next 10 years they won't be the big players.
I don't think so, but yeah, we need to be adapted to work with the predators in the market. We need to have some weapons as well, and if they have weapons in the budget, we need to be more creative, because smaller projects are more flexible, and the flexibility is a very huge advantage in my opinion.
Alright, so you need to look up Vladimir. The break is here for the 2 days, looking for the next unicorn in the iGaming industry. Make sure to reach out to him. He is very friendly and very smart. Alright, so Vladimir, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for our audience. We will have now a 30 minutes break. The guys, by the way, they went outside, but there's no coffee yet, because they're going to serve the coffee now. So let's have a short break, everyone, and come back with more content. See you later.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
And that's a wrap for this section of Hipther Talks. Thank you for being a part of our journey today. Don't forget to tune in next week for more insights and discussions. Stay connected with us on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and more. Until then, keep exploring and keep growing. We'll see you next time.